All right. So, hey, thanks again for sticking with us. We're running a little short on time, about 20 minutes left, and we want to make sure we have some room for questions. So, I was gonna plan to talk a little bit about some automation tools in Sage Intacct, or I'm sorry, in Sage 100, specifically around Sage AR automation and Sage AP automation, and also Sage Connect. I'm going to bypass the first couple here, and I'm going to just briefly mention those. I mean, we saw some of the AR automation functionality from our friends at Nuve a little bit, a little bit ago. So. If you're interested in what Sage is doing with AR automation, we'd be happy to talk with you about that. Sage AP automation, similarly as well. We've done many webinars right on Sage AP automation, so you may have set in on some of those. But kind of the point with the automation tools and Sage 100 is they are trying to bring in AI powered tools. Sage is making a tremendous investment in AI, and a lot of these tools that are being put in place are to streamline information that people would manually be doing in their systems. Okay, so we've seen some information on Sage AR automation, Sage AP automation. If you're interested in that, we'd be happy to talk to you about that. And again, we also have some pre-recorded webinars we can show. But what I'm going to talk a little bit about now, demo for you, then is going to be Sage Connect. And I will tell you, I hear from a lot of our customers. One thing we do hear when we talk about automation tools is sometimes there's a little bit of a hesitancy with customers to know, hey, do I want to make an investment in a tool if I don't know if I'm going to get the return? And a lot of people don't, maybe they can't wrap their heads around automation. So what I want to do with Sage Connect here is show you something that's a really low cost, no cost option for customers, something that you have access to right now in your Sage 100 system, where you can kind of try out some of these automation tools to find out if it's something that you and your team are interested in, something that your customers will embrace. And then you might look to do something a little bit more detailed, or with more functionality. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing that presentation, and I'm going to share my Sage 100 screen here. Okay, let's do that. All right. All right, so you all should be seeing my Sage 100 screen now. And so Sage Connect, you'll see up here kind of in my menu bar, I have an option for Sage Connect. Now, it's likely you're not going to see this on yours because there's an executable that has to be installed before you'll see Sage Connect in your menu bar. But Sage Connect was released by Sage with their 2024 version. So if you're on Sage 100 2024, and I believe it's product update two, excuse me, you'll have access to Sage Connect. Okay. And once you have access to Sage Connect, there's a process that I've gone through, but I'll explain it a little bit. There's a login process, an account creation process for you as an organization to connect to Sage Connect, and then there is a synchronization process. You can configure your synchronization. Right now, I have Sage Connect synchronized to one company, my ABC company. It's a demo company that we use here. But if you have multiple companies, you could synchronize multiple companies, okay, to Sage Connect. Out there, I've chosen to synchronize one company, and when I synchronize that company, there's a time frame that you can choose the synchronization as well. So I have mine synchronizing every 2 hours. I think you can go the fastest that you can do is it would synchronize every 1 hour, but you could have it synchronized every day or half day or something like that if you did not need it to. So I've gone through that process where I've logged in and I've synchronized my data and I've configured that to synchronize with my ABC company here. Okay. Now I'm viewing Sage Connect. When I click on Sage Connect, it opens up and embedded within Sage 100. This is a browser window. I could take this outside if I just wanted to open this up in, Google Chrome or Edge or something like that as well. But this brings into Sage Connect a list of my customers. Okay. And so I have that information here. So what can I do with that data. Okay, so I've got this selected on my network. You'll see that some things I can do is I can invite customers to view their statements and invoices online. I could do that globally, which says, hey, invite all of my customers, or I could individually invite customers. So if I were to open one, let's open Avnet Processing Corp here. When I open that customer up, and it's taken just a second to refresh that, you'll see that as their information comes up, there's an option here that I can invite that customer. So I have an option. I could say invite that customer. Okay. And it would send an email to that customer to invite them to the customer portal. Now, what they would get, I've got a email here. What they would get is they would get an email like this. It says, "Welcome to your statement from ABC," or whatever your company name is. We're going to give you access to invoices online, and they could open the portal. Okay, so then a customer, and I'm acting as a customer here, would log in and they would see their information in the portal. Now I went to a different customer because Avnet didn't have transactions, so I went to one for customer ABC that had some transactions, so it would make sense that we looked at it. So now as a customer, I can log in and see my invoice information. If I want to, get into one, I could open an invoice to see invoice detail in there, right? If I needed to, I could message as a customer, I could message the company. Maybe I have a dispute, or maybe I have an issue that I want to get resolved. I could message them back right within that customer portal. Okay, so you're giving the customer and the ability to go in and see their information in their own customer portal here. Now, other things that we can do here, okay, from a company side. So I came back to our Sage Connect. What are some things that I can do here? And I'll go back to my network, and I'm going to open American Business Futures here because again, they do have some transactions in, and when I'm in their information there, I could view what the customer would see. If you're interested in seeing that, I have some messages. I could also take notes on their account here. I could look at their contacts and their transactions as well. Okay. Now, what are some things I could do here? I could send some messages to them. Maybe they have an invoice that is overdue. Okay, and I want to message them on this invoice that's overdue and say, hey, I want to send you maybe a reminder or a notification, an overdue notice, right, on this, and then I can manage that within the customer portal. And again, on the customer side, when they log in, what are they going to see? Well, they're going to get an email that says something like, hey, invoice is overdue. Here's a reminder for that invoice number and information there, and then they can log in and view their invoice. Now, one thing, and you may be asking yourself as you see this, is, well, what do they do after they view it? There's no way to pay in there. Well, again, this goes back to kind of that investment in what you're doing. The Sage Connect is a very entry level, like low cost, no cost option. If you want to go full out with AR automation to manage those payments and the click to pay options that Kim talked about a little bit earlier, then we would engage some of our partners like Nuve to manage some of that information for us. Okay, but again, we have a lot of customers that have said, I have a lot of folks that are hesitant a little bit and don't know really what it would do for them. This is a very easy way to kind of dip your toes into some of the automation tools and automation functionality that Sage provides. All right. So again, you can manage some of the things that maybe you're doing now manually. And I'm hoping as I show some of this, you think about that. Like, hey, what do you do now when a customer says, hey, I didn't get a copy of my invoice? Well, am I going in Sage 100? Am I reprinting that invoice and emailing it to them? Yeah. Otherwise, they could log in their portal. They could see that information. What happens when I want to send out reminders to a customer, or I want to send them something very specific? Do I have to go to my email? Do I go to Sage, download their invoices or their statement, load that in an email and send something to them? Here, I can have that come right out of the system, and all of that is maintained. From a collection standpoint, I can come in here and see all of that information as well, the back and forth. How do you manage disputes? Is it just an email from the customer, to you, and then all of the dispute and communication is managed within email, and then maybe go into the customer notes section in Sage 100 and put that information in here, it would be managed in that portal. So it's really streamlining some of those processes and accumulating some of that data as well. Okay. So look, I know that was quick because we are running a little short on time, but again, Sage Connect is a tool. If you have version 2024 product update 2, that's available to you right now.